process. It forces you to realize what's going on out there and to see why something occurred. Yes, ma'am.
I think you can tell, I think it's on his website, if you go to the election archives online, you can see, at least in the last 2 elections, the percentages of who voted straight ticket, how many there were.
Historically, Republicans don't vote straight ticket. We're more educated on the ballot. And if there's somebody that we don't like, or we don't know, we just don't vote for them. The problem is that when we don't vote for that candidate because we don't know them or like them, that's an automatic vote, almost double, for the other side. And for whatever reason, ever since they changed the law to allow you to do straight ticket the way you can do it on an electronic ballot, we have been historically lower on straight ticket voting. Now in 2010, as my memory recalls, and Michael, you may have a better memory on this than I do, I thought that Republicans for the first time were almost matching Democrats on straight ticket voting, but we were still less than the Democrats on straight ticket voting. Our volume is higher, but our percentage is less. Yes, sir.
I know it's Mr. Standard's domain, but as you know, a lot of polling places have changed, a lot of district precinct boundaries have changed. Do you have any idea of how many those are, and should people really look at that now so they don't get a surprise on election day?
I don't know how many people are looking at that. I know there's an effort on Stan's part. He has 44 billboards around town, both in English and in Spanish, trying to communicate to people, look, the boundaries have changed. Don't be surprised on election day. Vote early.
Mm-hmm.
In my office, we've told the employees they get 2 hours for early voting. And there are 2 locations downtown that they can walk to do early voting, because we want to make sure that everybody votes, regardless of party. We want it to be a fair, straight-up match. And there are a lot of efforts on radio in particular, getting that word out in the various communities to make sure that they're not in the wrong line after 7 o'clock, only to be told, well, you're supposed to be at precinct, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not from this area.
Sure.
My area has had a demographic change more toward Hispanic. And how could I be most effective, short of being fully bilingual, which I am not? I should be. Norman tells me I should be, but I'm not. What are some of the things that I might be able to bring up in conversation with the people that I come in contact with to inform them about why it's important to be a Republican voter?
We have the survey, and it's a quick survey. It's as simple as, hey, bud, how's it going? Where do you live? What do you do? What's important to you about this election? And they'll tell you, and you'll quickly come up with 2 or 3 hot buttons for that individual or for that stereotypical demographic. And you can find something on the Republican Party platform that matches that button. And so the first thing to do is read the Republican Party platform. You may be surprised what's in there. You may not agree with everything in there. Again, if there's something you disagree with, you can change it over time through the political process, beginning with the precinct chair, your precinct convention, your county convention, your state convention, your national convention. For Hispanics, you got to look at those pro-family issues. They want to work, so you talk about jobs. You also talk about those pro-family issues, so they're very pro-family oriented. Everybody has a different button. If you're talking to a farmer, he's going to have a different set of buttons than a lawyer. He's going to have a different set of buttons from a secretary to an engineer. And again, you just go down that platform, familiar yourself with it a little bit, and then you can find something to talk about with that person that is real to them, that hits home for them, and makes them take a second look from whatever they normally vote you to strictly conservative Republican.
All right.